Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here in Forza Horizon 2 with a silly car build. My vehicle today, well, it starts off with quite silly, I'll be honest. The Ford Shelby GT500. I love this car. It is an absolutely excellent, fun car to drive. It's not so good when it comes to, you know, sort of circuit racing. Where are you going, Audi? Okay, well, you're just... Why? You came from over there. Why did you... I don't know. Yeah, the Shelby GT500 is not exactly a track car. It's not exactly the easiest of vehicles to drive around. It's not particularly fast either when it comes to driving around a track, because you spend so much time sideways. Yes, it's good fun, but it's not exactly quick. Alright, we drove this against the Camaro ZL1 on Forza 5, and it got absolutely destroyed. Although the Camaro did go on to beat an Siege, so, you know. But yeah, this does struggle when it comes to the handling front, and I'm now going to give it a lot more power. Which can only end... I mean, he's going to get some racing tyres, so maybe we will be okay. We're going for a twin turbo, just so I can get the maximum power possible out of this engine. We're keeping the standard engine. I don't know how much power it's going to get, but I'm guessing we're going to have quite a lot by the time we're done with it. It starts off with 660 odd horsepower. it's going to be quite powerful by the time we have finished it. We're going to want all of these. What have we got in the way of silly... Oh, we can have a silly hood scoop, can we? It's not quite as silly as some of the ones that you used to get on Forza... Do they still have them on Forza 5? With the silly things on that? Sure, we'll go for... Actually, which one's lighter? Are they exactly the same weight? They are exactly the same weight. I think I prefer this one, to be honest. Right. What have we got? Racing tyres. Yes, racing tyres. They're going to be quite important if we're going to stand any hope. Oh, also, what size tyres have we got? They're quite big. They're not as big as the Mercury Coupes. That's a little bit concerning. I mean, we're going to have a lot of power in this car. I would have liked to have seen some bigger rear tyres on this thing if we were to stand a chance. Alright, so we're going to want, yes, we're going to want clutch, we're going to want gearbox, we're going to want a racing differential, most definitely, on this. Come on, there we go, get through menus. Just looking at PI, we may end up a little bit high. That's a small concern all of a sudden. I'm hoping that it's not going to be good enough handling for the game to stick it up into X class. Oh, please don't put it up into X class. That would be quite disappointing, in all honesty. Yeah, that's a little bit concerning. Weight is going to be a bit on the heavy side, which is probably a good thing. We don't want a really lightweight, twitchy car. So being a little bit heavy. This is probably actually a great weight for this sort of power, sort of 3,200 pounds. It's not so heavy that it will really struggle under braking, but it's heavy enough to not have the car be all twitchy and horrible. Hopefully, anyway. Yeah, I did put the brakes on. Okay, here goes the power. Now let's just stick these on and see what we're going to be looking at PI wise. We'll go for the biggest upgrades first, just to see what we've. I think we should be okay. I think we might be okay on the on the PI front. It'll be close. Whoopsie. It'll be close, but I think we'll get away with it. Are we going to have over 1,000 horsepower? This may be another engine that can get the magical 1,000 horsepower. Not too many engines can. I know the Viper engine can get an awful lot of power. I off-roading with one of them. But there's not a huge number of them that get over 1,000 horsepower. I think this is going to be pushing it. Come on, go through. Come on, game. There we go. Yes, I want them, and then we're going to make it even bigger. Yeah, we're going to get, I think, over 1,000 horsepower in a Shelby GT. It's going to be quite a scary thing to drive. That's my prediction. I think even with race tyres and suspension and brakes, I think we're still going to... It's going to be a Shelby, really. It's going to be quite difficult to keep under control. It might be quite quick, but I think it's going to lose so much time spinning the wheels. I mean, standard, the car is quite a pain to drive. It's fun, but it's not quick around a track. And we're going to be taking it to a very tight and very twisty track. I'm not sure this is going to be so easy to drive. I mean, it should be quite quick in a straight line, ish anyway. But around a track, I think we could have some problems. But I shall give it a go, and we will hold on for dear life as we drive around the testing circuit. Where is it? Here we go. I remember what I'm doing. I use the Cisteron Citadel circuit for these. I have got 6 laps to try and set as fast a time as possible. The idea is to try and beat the time set by a completely standard Noble M600, which did a 56.414, and I'm now going to try and beat it with the Shelby. Well, the Shelby will probably quicker in a straight line. I mean, the Noble is very fast in a straight line. It was quite a nice car to drive when it came to the corners as well. I'm not sure, I am not 100% sure that this will be better than the Noble in any category, but we will find out. Already, that's a strange thing. I thought we would be spinning the wheels up all the way through this first section, but it was momentarily not spinning of wheels. There's actually understeer going on. Ooh! Then we've got big up. Ooh. Then unsurprisingly, up the hill, yeah, we're sideways, the whole way up the hill. The gear ratio, ooh, the standard gear ratios in this car are so long that it's actually not too bad. And there was understeer. We had understeer for one corner. Okay, I've had understeer on a 1,000 horsepower Shelby. It's not woo. And we've actually this has got fairly decent turning. I mean, the gear rate. Ooh, no, get off the grass. I know where I'm going. We're not quite stopping. Okay, we don't have the brakes because we have such incredibly long gear ratios. If I leave it in second out of those hairpins, I can I can stay flat out all the way out of the hairpins. That's quite useful. That's quite useful indeed. We can be neat and tidy through this first sort of section. I don't really trust the back end of this car, even if we haven't got massive wheel spin going on, thanks to... Ooh, no, we've overshot that corner a little bit. But even if we haven't got such massive wheel spin going on, I still don't trust the rear end of this car. I mean, it's still not a handling vehicle by any stretch of the imagination. Now I'm just going to leave it in second for the entire... I might be able to get away with going around the entire lap here in second gear. That's some interesting gearing in the Shelby. I mean, I'm going to be flat out of that corner. There is no wheel spin and we still get great drive. And second gear is such a useful gear. I think I might... okay. Yeah, again, we're absolutely flat out of this corner. Down towards... across the bumps. It's actually not even that bad over the bumps. That was an entire lap. We've gone quicker than the Noble. I think we've spent the entire lap there in second gear. I will... Ooh, trying to go quicker through there is still quite scary. And we'll take out some more scenery. Okay, this is an interesting one. Yeah, it's definitely much better. Just leave it in second, and then we don't quite go sideways absolutely everywhere. Quick-ish over there. It's not got the grip. It really just hasn't quite got the grip. By having these longer gear ratios, the Shelby is kind of getting away with things. I wasn't expecting it to go quicker than the Noble, to be honest, because, I mean, the Noble is a damn fast car, very, very quick accelerating, very good straight line speed in that thing, and it was a lovely car to drive around here, very easy to keep under control. You never expect a 1,000 horsepower Shelby GT500 to be nice and easy to control. And, you know, it's not that much quicker accelerating than the Noble. And around a track like this that is very tight and you don't really ever have any top speed sort of sections. Come on, get turn, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't thinking that it would go so quickly. We were going faster again if we can stop spinning the wheels up over the crest. And again, be neat and tidy through here. I think that's the one time we will probably need to go up into third. That and the start-finish straight are probably the only times we will ever need third gear. On this course, and then we'll slow it down again, and then we can punch it out the other side. I mean, it's probably not quite the most efficient way of doing things, but it will probably be quicker than wasting the time spinning first gear up. Oh, just got that a little bit wrong coming out of there. We're going to go quite damn fast. Ooh, okay, got a little bit of a twitch going on there. We're into the 55s. This is quite quick. I have to say, I will give the Mustang credit. It is a bit better than I expected from it. And we are taking out some scenery now. Oh, we lost it. Yeah, the gearing, because of the nature of this track, that gearing really helps it out. Otherwise, it's not the best car I've had to drive. It slides around. It doesn't really like the bumps too much. The hood scoop, well, yeah, that does cover up half the visibility. Yeah, it's kind of as you would expect a Shelby to be, but you can actually use the power if you keep it in second. You can actually use all of that power which is quite nice. I have high hopes of this car when it comes to the speed run now, and you know it's done. Ooh, that's a bit too eager on the throttle there. It's done pretty well around here. Can we go any quicker? Can we get into the 54s? I think that would be pushing my luck a little bit. I'd have to be very fast if I was to get it into there. Ooh, mind the bumps, just about through that section, and then we're going to take out some of the scenery, and that unsettles the car no end. Yeah, we're not going to make it. That corner's quite nasty. We don't really have the brakes in the Shelby, not as nice a brakes as I would like. How quickly do we go over here? Yeah, I mean, it's amongst the fastest cars we've had going over that hill, but it just doesn't quite have the braking. It's a little bit on the heavy front, but still remarkably easy to drive. I say that, I mean it's still a very, very powerful Mustang. Obviously, I've got not one too many gears. Yeah, it's a little bit strange, I will say that, on the gears, but we are around without any major accidents. A couple of bumps on the wall, but nothing major, and a 55.8 is pretty damn fast. That's not bad for the Shelby GT500. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with that particular time. Okay, well now we've got to go very quick in a straight line. This should be much more your thing, Mustang. You should be pretty good at this. Weaving in and out of traffic, I think it might be okay. Possibly. I say that. It could be. It could be. I mean, I haven't really had any tests of high-speed stuff at this particular track. I think it won't be the worst car I've had. I mean, we've still got some decent-sized tyres on this vehicle. I wouldn't trust it with really sort of ferocious changes of direction, but I think we may be okay for the speed, for most of the speed run anyway. Right, to the motorway down here. Yes, fast travel. Then we will dump off all the aero parts. I reckon we will probably be getting up towards 240 miles an hour with the Shelby. I mean, the standard car is very quick, yes, so that's just because it's got an awful lot of power. I mean, this is not the world's most aerodynamical shape for a car, but we have got an awful lot of power in it, so we should get a decent speed. Why is the gearing go default as that? That is really stupid gearing. I mean, well, I say it's stupid gearing, but it works quite nicely for driving around a track. It's stupid gear ratio. Oopsie, it's stupid. No, what am I doing? That's the one we want. It's a stupid gear ratio, but it did work. I don't know why on earth would it ever default to that. I don't know. But okay, speed. Can we get any more than two? Are we not going to be quite as quick in a straight line? 220. It seems not. We're only going to get about 230 miles an hour out of it. Really? Seems odd. I'm just seeing if it's over. No, it's not overgeared. So, do we have to go quite extreme with the? Maybe it has to be quite extreme on the gear front. Okay. Well, that's odd. I'm not quite sure how that works, but okay. Where was it? It was 229 at one point. I'll just try and bring it back. It's a weird gearbox then they must have in this car. Fine, that's going to have to do 229. I'm not entirely sure about this. Well, we'll go find out. Maybe it'll be the first time that the benchmark has been funny. It might just be that, despite all of the power, it's just not aerodynamical enough. Right, dodge that. Oh, god damn it, we've got to go past an ultimate that's doing over. I mean, we're up to almost 200 miles an hour already. Pretty damn quick on the accelerating front. It certainly doesn't lack for that. Okay, now comes the slightly scary bit of dodging traffic, and okay, we're going to go around there. Woo! Don't put a wheel on the curb bit. I mean, this does deal with the bumps pretty well, actually, on here. Despite having no aero, I mean, that could have caused a problem, the angle I was taking that at. It does deal with it. It doesn't like crashing into things. If you hit into the signposts and the street lamps and stuff, it doesn't seem to like that, but the actual bumps themselves are not too bad. We do seem to run out of speed at about 220. Ooh! I thought I was being clever there, and I wasn't. Sorry, Mercedes. I did quite slightly misjudge the speed there. Speed difference. My bad on that one. We get up to the 200 miles an hour, and then we just sort of don't really do much more after that. And it doesn't really matter what I do with the gear ratios if I have them shorter. Oh god, where are we going to go? We're going to go around here. Ooh, just about fit in. Not much of a gap there. Found it though. I mean, it's lovely and easy to control down here. I have to say, I thought it might be alright, but this is pretty damn stable for a modern day muscle car. Whoop, almost killed a... Was that a Yaris? I don't know, it went by so fast I didn't have time to look. Yeah, it's very nice and stable. We can weave in and out of traffic, but we just don't really go much faster. Strange car. I guess it must just be the aerodynamics give up at this sort of speed. I mean, the gear ratios are very odd in this vehicle. I don't know what it is about them. It doesn't seem to matter which way I put them. Can we get up to the 230 mile an hour mark now that we're going downhill? Come on, car. We can get there eventually. Very, very slowly. We can get there. Yeah, woo! Fox. Okay, this has been a bit better around the track than I thought it would be, but not as good in the straight line as I thought it would go. It just really struggles. Okay. One last chance. I mean, we're not going to get much above 225, I wouldn't have thought, even if we have a lovely clean run down here. 23. No, probably done with a bit shorter ratios. Okay. Well, that's not the outcome I expected. I thought this car would be absolutely bonkers crazy to drive around the track and be very fast in a straight line. In actual fact, it's quite nice to drive around the track, although quite a lot of that is down to having the world's strangest gear ratios, but nowhere near as fast in a straight line as I expected, really. Well, there we go. That is it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye. Oh, Yaris! Yaris! Kill the Yaris! Kill the Yaris! Oh, I missed the Yaris. Oh, the Ultima killed me. I'll go it. That's not gone so well.